We want to hit straight drives, good iron shots that hit the green, but it's not always a reality. We are going to end up in bunkers like this.
It's time to get in the bunker.
Bunker? What bunker?
What I hear a lot from you guys is commenting on when I do a bunker lesson, oh, my bunkers aren't that good. We play off hard pan. There's not much sand in ours, whatever it might be, or it's rained a lot. Bunkers are going to be packed down. They're going to be playing hard and tighter lies. So the normal instruction to play a nice splash shot out of the bunker, get nice bits of sand, fluffy sand, is not going to work. But when you know a couple of little tweaks, you're going to get much more confidence out of harder bunkers and still get it high and close to the pin. I'm exaggerating, yes, but this is the fluffy sand. With a fluffy sand bunker shot, we want to be gliding underneath, allowing the bounce of our sand wedge to help it get through and not dig down too much. If we dig down too much, the ball might not even get out, and we certainly don't want to be lifting it up. But if we get too deep in our bunker shot when we've got fluffy sand, it's not going to work. We want a much shallower angle of attack. So we're basically just trying to take a fine slither of sand just underneath to take the ball out. When we're dealing with harder sand, packed down or not much sand at all, if we do the same tactic of trying to get that shallow, like glide, what happens is, see how it's not digging in? We're not going through it at all, and we're just shoving it forward. That's the same angle of attack, just different sand. So we have to understand what we're trying to do. With these avoda wedges, it makes it a lot easier because the smash factor is so low and we can get an amazing amount of spin and control with a lighter head. That's why I absolutely love these W2 wedges, because they make this a lot easier. You can still do this with your regular clubs, but the grind on this is fantastic. So it gives us options basically. But when we're in the harder sand, think about it. We want to try and make sure that we do get down. We hit the sand behind because we're not trying to catch it clean. We're trying to get down, but not too deep, and accelerate through. So what do we need to do? So I'm trying to replicate harder. You can hear that. There's not much sand here, right? So this is a very real life scenario. Yes, I've manufactured the lie, but the principles are going to be the same. When it comes to hard pan shot, here are the keys that we need to do. And they do differ from a regular shot. First, we're actually going to dig the feet in because we actually want ourselves to be going lower into the ground. We want our low point not to be getting ball first. We want it to be, you know, an inch below. So just by digging my feet an inch lower without any other manipulation, theoretically, my arc, if you will, my low point is going to be beneath the ball. The next aspect is, and this is where you have to test a little bit, okay? It's about the club face. How much do you want it open? It depends on the wedge that you have, how much you're going to open it, depends on the distance of shot, and it does depend on just how tight the lie may be. As a general rule, the tighter the lie, the less open you want to be, because it's going to help get that leading edge into the sand a little bit more. But you have to test this out because it depends on so many other things about how much acceleration you're getting, how much commitment you're doing, how you're releasing the wrist, and so forth. So I would suggest that you test and just see what happens when you hit one with a very open face, one with a almost hooded face, and a couple in between. And you will find your sweet spot of what feels comfortable to you. Because remember, we do not want too much bounce and we don't really want too much digging. Just like Goldilocks, we want it just right. So the next thing is, I'm going to go just for mid-range open here, all right? Just a little bit open. I'm taking my grip after I've opened up the face. I'm also going to make sure that I've got maybe like 70% of my weight forward. So my low point is kind of here, but I'm lower down. So I'm still going to be entering the sand just before, but I'm able to accelerate through. I'm not just going down, down, down. So I'm really picturing how much deepness I want to get with this angle of attack. So I get more weight forward. The hands are going to stay more or less straight, not quite here, but not too far ahead either. Pretty natural. Just let them hang. And then from there, the last final setup tweak is actually to stand a little bit closer. Standing a little bit closer is going to keep me on top of it a little bit more and ensure that I'm staying down. I'm not trying to flip it up. I'm ensuring that this club isn't going to bounce off. So I'm staying on top of it. Now, without thinking about any other technique, all I'm going to do is try and commit. And the ball flies out with confidence. I'm going to run through it very quickly. These are the changes. I'm going to stand a little bit closer. I'm going to dig my feet in. I'm going to stay a little bit more on top of it, weight a little bit further forward, and I'm going to ensure that my club goes down. That's how you get the good strike that still has control, even off hard, tight lies from the bunker. It's that simple. Remember those little changes and you will be doing a lot better around the greens. Now, make sure you hit more greens in the first place by following this lesson. Thanks for watching.